A limp, lacklustre performance from Manchester United got exactly what it deserved, a defeat. The lack of tempo, intensity and accuracy made it relatively simple for Sheffield United to control the game. Let's go to the whiteboard to see how they did it. Sheffield United lined up with a 5-3-2 system that dropped back into a low defensive block. Each player defended zonally throughout the game. When Manchester United were in possession, only at the point the ball went into the zonal area of the respective Sheffield United players would they engage the ball. As a result, United struggled to pull players out of position to create space and break the defensive lines. Going to a screenshot of the game, you can clearly see Sheffield United's 5-3-2 block and the discipline they are demonstrating to maintain the structure. There is no attempt to step out of the defensive structure to engage United's players, reducing progressive passing options. But United found or stumbled across a way to stretch Sheffield United's defensive structure. When the ball went out wide, Sheffield United's defensive structure shuffled across the pitch to maintain the distances between the players. Consequently, the switch was on the whole game. When United did switch the ball out, Sheffield United's defensive structure would just shuffle back across the pitch to cover it. As Sheffield United was shuffling across, it was the immediate ball back in field that was able to exploit the additional space between the Sheffield United players as they recovered their defensive shape, and United were able to find runners in space. Going to screenshots of the game, you can see how compact Sheffield United are and that the switch is on with Greenwood and Wan-Bissaka off screen. The ball is switched out to Wan-Bissaka via Greenwood, and you can see how the switch has stretched Sheffield United's defensive structure and gaps have appeared for United's runners to attack. Wan-Bissaka hits a first time ball back in field to Rashford on the edge of the box, who gets into the space the switch created and hits his shot wide. In this next example, Pogba is on the ball with 8 Sheffield United players on one side of the field. Pogba switches the ball out to Telles, and you can see how stretched Sheffield United's defensive structure has become by reacting to the switch. Telles plays a first time ball into Fernandes in space in the penalty box. These quick balls back in field from a switch exploited the space between the Sheffield United players as they recovered their defensive structure. The disappointing thing was United failed to identify that the switch followed by a quick ball in field was catching Sheffield United's defensive structure out. With United struggling to play through Sheffield United, they also struggled to get on the outside of them. Wan-Bissaka was underlapping in the first half, and in the second half, bizarrely, he was popping up in the half space. As we all know, Greenwood always comes in field from the right. On the other side, Rashford was dropping deep, looking to get the ball to feet, and Telles doesn't have the explosive pace to overlap Rashford and get into these areas, which is something Shaw has been doing really well recently. The result of this was, United weren't able to turn Sheffield United's defensive line by getting into these areas, which meant United were playing in front of Sheffield United for most of the game. To demonstrate this further, this is Wan-Bissaka's heat map of the game. We have this strip demonstrating his underlapping, but it's these areas that blew my mind. Taking up more central positions in the half space, it was symbolic of the disjointed performance United produced. On the other side, even though Telles had a solid game, and despite the superior possession United had, he didn't get beyond the 18-yard line much. Compare that to Shaw's heat map in United's last game against Fulham, where Shaw spent a lot of time in this area. The Devils' verdict is, United were given a problem and they failed miserably to solve it. Ollie has to take responsibility for waiting until the 66th minute to make a change. Cavani and Shaw should have been brought on much sooner. Cavani for his movement to try and disrupt the Sheffield United back three, and Shaw to try and turn the Sheffield United defence with his forward runs. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the game. Thank you for watching, and please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in the next video.